What's your name?
I'm Aaron.
Aaron?
I'm Hannah.
Hannah, this is so fun.
This is Jerry the Bear.
This is Jerry the Bear. Okay. So what's Jerry the Bear doing?
So we make healthcare education really fun for kids.
Yeah.
As you know, we have all these very large healthcare problems like type 2 diabetes, obesity.
I'm married to Michelle Obama.
You know it.
I'm all about healthy eating and exercise and all that stuff.
So we want to make it really fun really early on for kids.
Right.
So Jerry teaches kids about nutrition, exercise, sleep, and mindfulness. He does it in really fun ways.
Okay.
But we really started this actually out of personal passion. Started in a very particular area, type 1 diabetes. So when I was a kid, I was human growth hormone deficient. My body didn't produce hormone I needed to grow, so I was much shorter. So I self-administered injections every day, and it gave me a great deal of empathy for what children go through, particularly those who are chronically ill.
Right.
For me, both of my grandparents have type 2 diabetes, and they passed away from the complications behind it. Also, my dad was diagnosed with type 2 when he was about 45 years old.
Right.
Just saw him just changing his whole lifestyle, and we all also, as a family members, had to change our lifestyle to support his healthy eating and exercise. Just learn a ton and how stressful that could be, and also learn this empathy to help other people too. So Jerry was a perfect project for me to work on.
Excellent.
And so we actually, the idea came, we were interviewing families with type 1 diabetes, and we saw something really cool. All the kids were taking their stuffed animals and playing doctor. They would make their own little insulin pens and pretend to inject their bears. And they were doing everything they weren't allowed to do to themselves. So we wanted to bring that to life. We wanted to do it in a way that was educational, but also fun and comforting, because learning about these things shouldn't be scary. And what kind of the research shows is that when stress is reduced in the home, it leads to much better outcomes later on. And play is how kids learn. 4 to 9 is this really magical window when they're still forming behaviors, they're forming their habits and setting them up for healthy habits. So Hannah can show you how it works.
So this bear is specifically for kids with type 1 diabetes. So to see how he's feeling, you press his finger.
I feel great.
It feels pretty good.
Okay.
And what you do is you can feed him and give him insulin. So what we do is, because the age that we are target, kids are really young. Carb counting is very complex math for little kids. So we made it really visual. So every 1 dot is 5 carbs. For 1 dot of food, you need 1 dot of insulin. So to feed a cracker, you just swipe the food across his mouth.
There you go.
Nom, nom, nom.
Makes a plate. It says 5 carbs. That's a snack.
Thanks.
And now we have to give him insulin. So what we do, because we gave him 1 dot of food, you need 1 dot of insulin. So I'll tap the pen on one of his sites. And now we can match it, so I'm going to give him 1 dot of insulin.
Thanks.
And then Jerry, beyond this, has 21 animated storybooks of Jerry training for the Olympics game. Because it is a bear training for the Olympics game, he has to learn climbing, diving with the shark, and different stories.
We have fun sports.
Fun sports. So we want to make sure that learning health is not a very scary thing. It's through storytelling, so that's really a core part of our curriculum. And we work with parents, educators, and nurses so that it's understandable for both parties. And Jerry's nutrition education has been recognized as the gold standard of education. So to see how he's feeling now, would you like to check Jerry's level by pressing one of his fingers over here?
Sure.
Happy birthday.
Oh, it's a setup. It said happy birthday, Mr.
Happy
President. That's so cute. What were your backgrounds before you guys started this up? Other than obviously you had a personal interest based on your family's health issues.
So for both of us started working on this when we were still in school, and so I actually was able to create my field of study around Jerry. So I studied mechatronics and user interaction design, but basically how kids play with robots.
Yeah.
I studied mechanical engineering, but I was a weird engineer. I love illustrating and art, so design was kind of like the passion with me beyond engineering.
So did you guys go to school together?
We did.
Yeah, where?
Northwestern University.
I know a little bit about Northwestern.
A little bit.
That's fantastic. So are you guys at the stage now where you're manufacturing a lot of these guys, or?
Yeah, so these are made in USA. Last year we got them to 4% of children newly diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and have seen incredible impact. So 6 months out, they play with Jerry for over an hour a week. Kids are able to articulate their symptoms. They say that Jerry's given them a voice to talk about their diabetes, and they use his analogy. So in Jerry's body, there's a party, but not every sugar friend gets to dance with an insulin friend. So when these kids are getting shots, they say, "Hey, we got to invite more insulin friends to the party."
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. And so when you think about your model going forward, how you eventually you want every kid to who's who's within this demographic to be able to benefit from this?
Absolutely, yes. So right now we sell directly to families. The long-term goal is ensure reimbursement. And right now we're making kind of the next version of Jerry, which addresses general health education. And we have then specific content modules for things like asthma and food allergies and diabetes.
Smart. Well, congratulations.
Thank
Come on,
you.
let's get a picture. I'll hold them.
Of course.
Come on.
There you go.
Yeah, come on, everybody get in here. Fantastic. Good job. Congratulations, guys. Really nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.